Easy 104.1, the easy way to get through your work day. Good morning. It's the Johnny B. and Dave Show. I hope you're having a nice Friday morning. We made it through almost through week 2. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Dave.
We are joined now by our candidate for Washoe County Sheriff.
The future sheriff.
And our friend.
Right.
Can we say you're our friend?
Absolutely.
All right, our friend.
We
should check that first. Our friend Sherman Boxx is here with us this morning. Good morning, Sherm.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Happy Friday. I'm happy to be here with you.
Yeah, you are running for Washoe County Sheriff.
I am.
Early voting starts soon, next week.
May 26th through June 8th.
You can start voting through June 8th.
And
40%
40% of all the votes are done early voting. Is that? Did I hear
that's
that?
correct.
Did you tell me that, or did somebody else?
I might have told you that.
Yeah,
might have been Patrick Fogarty. We get a lot of the movers and shakers in the political world here on the Johnny B. and Dave Show.
Yeah, we're really up and coming.
Sherman has we saw Sherman's stuff and what he was talking about, and we kind of invited him to come down a long time ago and start talking about his campaign because we like what he's doing. My thing, the reason I'm going to vote for Sherman for sheriff is he's a cop. He was a cop for a long time, and I think the sheriff should be a cop because then the deputies and the staff respect the experience, and experience is important.
Absolutely, and I agree with you. There was a joke with the undersheriff when I was working there that old car in the lobby was my first patrol car, and I didn't think it was funny then. I kind of think it's funny now, but. Yeah, I think you have to be well versed in a bunch of things, including the policing science and policing, and but more importantly, you need to be able to recognize what's right and wrong, provide citizens with the safety and the service that they deserve, and you do that with good public servants.
And I think also, we've been, as we talk to people, we sort of get a feeling from people either your heart's in the right place for the right reasons, or your heart's kind of in the wrong place.
Yeah.
And most of the people that their hearts are in the wrong place, we're not really having discussions with, because our whole deal is we want good people to go and represent us, and you should want to call the sheriff's office.
Right.
And you want somebody in there that legitimately wants that job, that's not using it to spring into another job or be all political
Sherman
and
wants
stuff.
to be the sheriff of Washoe County. And
you're absolutely right, and that's going to be my last job.
And we like you. That's a good point John makes. We just like you as a dude.
Well, that's going to be my last job. I have no aspirations to do anything else other than make a safe environment in this community for our citizens and a safe working environment for our employees.
Yeah. And what is your give me your resume.
I started.
You've been here in this county, in this community for a long time.
56 years.
Yeah.
I started my police career in Sparks PD in 1977, and I worked there 26 years. I retired as a lieutenant. When Chuck Allen was elected, he asked me to come out of retirement and be the chief deputy of his operations bureau, which I did for almost 2 years. So I had a lot of history with policing. Not only that, when I was 15, I was a police explorer with the Reno Police
You've
Department.
wanted to be a cop
all my life.
You could want to be anything,
Yeah, and I mean, I had an opportunity. My family owns the automotive business, the automotive business here. I had an opportunity to take that path and chose not to. I wanted to be in policing.
We're going to get back to music here shortly. I'm going to keep you around, Sherman, if you don't mind, because I want to ask you about the YouTube video that I saw the other day, and I thought you made some good points in that. So we're going to come back after we give you some more music and talk to Sherman Boxx, your candidate for Washoe County Sheriff, a little bit more. But right now, more music on Easy.
Easy 104.1, your hometown radio station. I like that one.
Yeah, I'm liking that one. I wish we could take credit
for it.
It's
cool. And we're here with, we have a special guest, if you heard in the last break, Sherman Boxx, who's running for sheriff, and I understand the leading candidate.
My leading candidate.
Well, me too. That's why I said that.
Well, thank you.
And Sherman,
he's leading in this room.
He's definitely got 100% of the vote in this room. I saw a YouTube video that your team put together. You have a great team and put together, but it's you talking about the sheriff being accessible. Can you give me a little bit of information? Tell people that haven't seen that video what you said.
Absolutely. I think it's important that people know the sheriff is there to serve you. That's what we do for a living. I had a situation out in Cold Springs where somebody called me and told me, I don't understand. I called the number for the sheriff's department non-emergency because it wasn't a 911 call, so I didn't want to burden them with an emergency. Right. Tie that up, and it was a non-emergency situation. It required police presence, but he said the number was wrong. So he says, I went and looked it up on the internet, and the number was still wrong, but I tried it again. I ended up having to go to Reno PD and call them and have them transfer me to Washoe County so that I could get service. That's just unacceptable. We need to have a communication system that is viable and works for the citizens that we represent. And I mean, in this day and age with technology, you could send an email that goes to the on-duty supervisor's telephone. I mean, mean, there should be no reason people cannot call their sheriff, and no reason that they shouldn't. We're there to serve you, and your problems are our problems. You're not a burden, and we're not going to be upset about it. We actually want you to call us.
Don't you think people are a little bit leery? Like, oh, I don't want to be made to feel stupid for making this phone call. I don't want to burden 911, but I feel like something needs to be done. And even if it's not an issue for the sheriff to handle, it's not going to be like, hey, stupid, wrong number. You don't want it to be that way.
I don't want it to be that way at all. I want the citizens of this county to know that they can call anytime they need something or think they need something, and we're going to get them in the direction they need to go.
Anytime they think they need something, there's a point. It
Exactly.
shouldn't be. That's what that number is for.
You're exactly right, and we're going to make sure the numbers work when I get elected, first off. But secondly, we're going to find some other technological ideas so that it'll be easier for people to reach out to their sheriff's office.
Boxforsheriff.com. That's BOXX for sheriff.com to find out about Sherman. I believe you can get in touch with them directly that way, too. Early voting starts next week. The primaries are on the 12th. We're all voting for Sherman Boxx. You should, too. That's what we say. Back to music here on Easy 104.1.